Welcome to this module. You are watching Satellite Communication Lecture Series. Today we are going to discuss about DTH. DTH is nothing but Direct to Home Broadcast. DTH is defined as the reception of the satellite programs with a personal dish in individual home. DTH does away with the need of local cable operator and puts the broadcaster directly in touch with the consumer. Only cable operators can receive satellite programs and then they distribute to the individual homes. But now how does DTH works means a DTH network consists of broadcasting center satellites, encoders, multiplexers, modulators and DTH receivers. So a DTH service provider has to lease Ku band transponders from the satellite. The encoder will convert the audio and video and data signals into digital format and the multiplexer mixes these signals. So at the user end, there will be a small dish antenna and set-top boxes to decode and view numerous channels. So on the user's end, receiving dishes can be as small as 45 cm in diameter. DTH is an encrypted transmission that travels to the consumer directly through a satellite. DTH transmission is received directly by the consumer at its end through the small dish antenna. So a set-top box, unlike the regular cable connection, decodes the encrypted transmission. And now let us see how does DTH really differ from cable TV. The way DTH reaches the consumer home is different from the way cable TV does. In DTH, TV channels would be transmitted from the satellite to a small dish antenna mounted on the window or rooftop of the subscriber home. So the broadcaster directly connects to the user. The middleman like local cable operators are not there in the picture. DTH can also reach the remotest of areas since it does away with the intermediate steps of cable operator and the wires that come from the cable operator to your house. So DTH signals directly come from the satellites to your DTH dish. Also with the DTH, a user can scan nearly 700 channels. So DTH can be defined as the reception of satellite programs with a personal dish in individual home. And DTH broadcasting to home receivers take place in Ku band, and this service is known as direct to home service. DTH services was first proposed in India in 1996. Finally, in 2000, DTH was allowed. Now let us have some double subscription and dish antenna information. For multiple connections in the same premises, one can use the same connection. However, every television set will need to have an individual STB. Also, DTH is a national service and the STBs enables a viewer to change service providers without changing the STB, even if one moves from one city to another. And Doordarshan plans to launch the DTH telecast from Apricast, and the government has said it will provide 10,000 dishes free across 8 states for increased community viewing of the DTH service. The government is estimated to be investing over 300 crore in this DTH venture. There are 4 serious conductors for DTH services in India. One is Doordarshan, Star, Zee and Data Access. And we may have one question like, is DTH superior to cable TV? Then yes, the answer is yes. DTH offers better quality picture than cable TV. This is because cable TV in India is analog. Despite a digital transmission and reception, the cable transmission is still analog. DTH offers stereophonic sound effects. It can also reach remote areas where terrestrial transmission and cable TV have failed to penetrate. Apart from enhanced picture quality, DTH also allows interactive TV services such as movie on demand, internet access, video conferencing and email. But the thing that DTH has going for it is that powerful broadcasting station companies like Star, Zee are pushing for it. We may have one more question that why are broadcasters pushing for DTH? In DTH, the payments will be made directly by the subscriber to the satellite company offering the service. So a big problem that broadcasters face in India is the issue of underreporting of subscribers by cable operators. Consider the cable operators pyramid. Right at the top is the broadcaster. And next come the multi-service cable operator, that is the MSO, like City Cable, In Cable. Below them are access cable operators and your local cable guy who actually lays the wires to your house. The local cable operators or the ACOs then allegedly underreport the number of subscribers they have bagged because they have to pay the MSO something like rupees 30 to 45 per household, showing a lesser number of households benefits ACOs with no way to actually cross-check. The MSOs and the broadcasters lose a lot. Broadcasters do not earn much in subscription fees and are mostly dependent on the advertisement revenue to cover their costs, which is not sustainable and doesn't offer high growth in revenues for broadcast. The way out of this is to use a set-top box so that it will be clear how many households are actually using cable or going for DTH, where broadcasters directly connect to consumers and can actually grow revenues with a growth in the subscriber base. The new policy requires all operators to set up earth stations in India within 12 months of getting a license. So DTH licenses in India will cost around $2.14 million and will be valid up to 10 years. Working principle of DTH is the satellite communication. The broadcaster modulates the received signal and transmit it to the satellite in Ku band, and from the satellite one can receive signal by dish and set-top box. This is how the signal is transmitted from the broadcasting center to the individual user. So the broadcasting center transmits the signal from the earth station and it is received by the satellite and is retransmitted to the small dish which is available in the individual home, and the signal from the small dish is sent to the set-top box and the viewing coding will display the signals. So DTH consists of mini dish antenna, LNBF, coaxial cable, connector and set-top box. LNBF is the part of the satellite antenna which is positioned in front of the dish to receive the signal and converts the signal to be carried by cable to the receiver. Low noise block down converter is the antenna of what is commonly called parabolic satellite dish, commonly used in satellite TV reception. So this is the diagram of the set-top box. A set-top box is a set-top unit or STU. It is a device that connects to television and the external source of the signal, turning the signal into content which is then displayed on the television screen. Now let us see the basic principle of DTH. In DTH television, the broadcast signals are transmitted from satellites orbiting the Earth to the viewer's house. Each satellite is located approximately 35,000 km above the Earth in the geosynchronous orbit, and these satellites receive the signals from the broadcast stations located on the Earth and rebroadcast them into Earth. The viewer's dish picks up the signal from the satellite and passes it on to the receiver located inside the viewer house. The receiver processes the signal and passes it on to the television. The DTH television is used in millions of homes across the United States, Europe and Southeast Asia. So this is the physical diagram of our DTH system. Now let us move on to the block diagram of DTH. The block diagram can be divided into two units, as you can see here, the outdoor unit and indoor unit. The outdoor unit consists of a parabolic satellite antenna, low noise amplifier and a converter. The receiver antenna is a paraboloid reflector horn antenna which is directed directly to the satellite to receive the signal. The received signal from satellite by the antenna is applied to the low noise amplifier, which is a wide band amplifier. Low noise amplifier amplifies all the frequencies received from the antenna and applies them to the converter. The second input to this converter is from the local oscillator 1. The converter output consists of UHF signals having a frequency range of 950 to 1450 MHz with a bandwidth of 500 MHz. The output of the converter is applied to the RF amplifier. The indoor unit consists of an RF amplifier which is applied to a channel selector to select the desired channel with the help of the mixer and local oscillator too. An IF frequency of 70 MHz is produced. The RF amplifier applied these to video audio detector which separates the video and audio synchronous passes. The TV receiver then works as usual. A DBA system concept is used in this DTH system. Now let us compare both DTH and cable TV. Satellite TV involves receiving signals from the satellite, whereas cable TV entails airing programs. The biggest difference between satellite and cable TV is the picture and sound quality. Unlike cable TV, satellite TV programs are excellent quality, with some of them being high definition. Here are some guidelines that can help compare the dish network and the cable TV. So these are the comparison between the dish network and the cable TV. So dish network features HD, Dolby and CD sound, superior picture quality with a huge number of channel access. Here, whereas in cable TV, average access to quality of sound and picture and limited number of channels accessed. The dish TV has a remote geographical access with limited installation, whereas the cable TV, cable for a subscriber is a limited via but major to the supplier with huge installation. And special features and recording and play games, study aids for children and languages, home tutorial packages with movies on demand. So, but cable TV had manual access with the least features but with cable modem set. Thank you.